This woman got pregnant 71 times in just 1 month, but every single time, her husband beat her until she miscarried. On the 72nd pregnancy, she finally gave birth, but the baby wasn't human. He was a monster, and strangely, her husband was overjoyed. They named him Jack. Because of his hideous face, they locked him in a mask, chained him like a dog. Jack spent his whole life enduring cruelty and discrimination, but he had one gift: an incredible talent for dance. Through dance, he met his one true friend, John, and through that friendship, Jack's dancing eventually broke the curse on his body. But their fate was far from happy. John had a tragic story of his own. He was once a cheerful child, until his father took on a dangerous job recovering a sunken treasure. On their voyage, they encountered a crab with a human face. It was said to be an omen of disaster. When they hauled up the treasure chest, inside was a sword. The moment his father pulled it free, disaster struck. The blade's energy sliced his father in half. The flash of light blinded John forever. His mother, consumed by grief, no longer cared for him. John became a wanderer. One day, he met a blind monk who could play the pipa. The monk took him in, taught him to play, and brought him to Kyoto to make a living. To survive there, John had to join the pipa guild. They even gave him a new name, Mike, but his father's spirit forbade it. He warned, "If you change your name, I'll never find you again. You must avenge me." John ignored the warning, and that's when he met Jack, his lifelong friend. 5 years later, in order to help Jack discover why he was born a monster, Mike decided to summon his father's spirit. But when he called out, nothing happened. That's when he realized changing his name really had cut the connection, so he quickly changed it back to John, and the next second, his father appeared. Only now, he was 50 times smaller than before. Unfortunately, even his father didn't know the reason behind Jack's curse. When his father vanished, countless spirits appeared around them. Jack and John found inspiration in those souls. They began creating new stories. John even dressed as a woman, performing on stage with Jack, using music and dance to tell tales that touched every corner of the land. They became famous nationwide. Even the shogun invited them to Kyoto to perform. It seemed their hard work had finally been rewarded. Jack's human form returned. He was loved by everyone. They thought their happy ending had arrived, but their stories offended the shogun. He ordered John's arrest. When soldiers tried to kill him, his master stepped in to take the blow. As soon as John touched the blood, he knew his master was gone. He lost all will to fight. The soldiers threw him in prison. When they finally released him, his legs were broken, but he refused to give up. Even in a small wooden cart, he played music in the streets, telling the tragic story of his friend Jack. The beatings didn't stop. They even cut off his hands. And yet, he sang his final song. News of his death reached Jack. The shogun told him to stay out of it, but Jack chose otherwise. He took his own life just to join his friend. On the road to the afterlife, they met again, as the children they once were. Side by side, they told their own story through music and dance, forever.